Hey everyone, happy Friday. I decided I was going to paint my decoupaged organization boxes that I'm making. And here's the paint again that I'm using. And then I'm just going to use these brushes. And I actually made decoupaged another box today, so hopefully I can get them all done in one video. And then I want to add some weathering with some white gesso so it makes it look, kind of grungy. And here's the box, one of the boxes. And here's the goal that I want them to look like in the end. So, and then eventually I'm going to waterproof it with some waterproof sealer, or I'll probably more likely do with that Mod Podge. I couldn't think of it. And then um, the very end, I'm going to put some labels on the ends, and then with I'll glue a label, and then I'll put another label on top of it, I guess, with Velcro tabs so I can switch the labels out. So I thought that was a pretty good idea. I saw that. I think that lady, I watched her videos a while ago, and I've done these a couple months ago. And then I was gonna do, I did a video demonstration, but it didn't turn out. So now I'm trying to do it again. And then, this is just part 2 of yesterday, where I decoupaged the brown craft paper to cover the the writing on the box, and to add a layer of strengthen it a little bit. And then I think I'm going to add another I'm going to do everything the same on the bottom, because that way um, it'll be nice and protected for a while, and it'll last for a while in my office or craft area. But let's get started. So um, hopefully I won't get anything on my clothes today, because these are my nicer clothing. Yesterday I wore kind of some grungy shorts and a top, but I went to the store today, so I just figured I'd wear the same thing that I wore at the store. I just love doing these kind of projects. Even though they're kind of frustrating for me, they are still fun. And I try to keep it fun. Gotta find my gesso, just in case I do end up doing the gesso. So this is a smaller box than I did yesterday, but it matches these boxes. I have 2 of these boxes already, and then I was going to do 2 of the larger, well, maybe 3 of the larger ones. Probably 3. So I'll have 3 small ones and 3 bigger ones, I guess, hopefully. yummy. Um, I don't know if you can see me. I normally like to listen to music, but everybody's got copyright problems, so never get to listen when I'm doing a video, that is. So I'm just gonna do this and then, so I don't want to completely cover up the brown. Although I do want to get the corners pretty good because I feel like they need to be reinforced. I went to the dollar store today and I didn't, well, there's actually two different dollar stores. And I wanted to go to this one, but it was closed because I need to get cat litter bags and they're closed. And apparently they've been closed for a couple of days now, so I'm not really sure what's going on. Hopefully they won't close permanently because I get different things at the different stores. I mean, they all have different products. So one store has cheaper litter for my cat, and then the other one, well, the one that has litter, the cheaper litter, they don't have the cat litter bags that I want. So I was kind of put out. So I think I'm just going to go next week or this weekend to a different store altogether because I really need to get some. I'm totally out. And I usually would buy it on Amazon, but I don't have any money in my bank account to buy anything. And I just have some cash. So that's the way that goes. Hopefully you guys can hear me. Anyways, looking pretty good. I have some bookcases that are just, they're not the real wood. They're just the, what do you call them? Walmart special. And I was planning on doing them, painting them white in the chalk paint, and then probably sealing them because that's how that lady had her, and it looks so amazing. I like to be in, I like my surroundings to be nice so that it inspires me to in other areas of my life. And so hopefully I can get that done at some point. I was thinking about doing it on video, but I I just don't have very good equipment. See, there's you can get these I don't know how it works. I think it's like it's been a long time since I saw them. I saw them on Amazon, but you can I think it's for your phone, and it's like it got a sensor, so it senses movement, so it'll like adjust to where the movement is. So if you're moving around in your room, it'll follow you with the camera. And that way, see, I just have my iPad or my phone set up, but I don't have anything like that, so that it has to be stationary. So it's kind of interesting to learn about all the different production things that go into making videos and documentaries and movies, because it's all the same pretty much. I think it'd be kind of cool to do a movie, like a mini movie. That'd be fun. Anyway, so I got that part done. I think I'm gonna do this side, and then I'll do the ends, because by that time everything will be dry on the ends where I see I kind of overlapped, and I'll be able to go over it on the end there. So, do you guys have any good plans for this weekend? I'm not really sure what I think I'm just gonna do my junk journal. um, I'm wanting to work on the covers, because I have 4 more junk journals planned. One will be like a Bible scripture. I think I'm going to keep that one to myself, for myself, because I want to use Helen Steiner Rice quotes, and I know I wouldn't be able to ever sell that one, so it's just for my personal use. But I want to do, let's see, I want to do like a dessert and coffee and tea one, because I have some really cool, got some paint on me, digital printouts. And then I want to do, I'll probably sell that one at some point. It takes me forever to get these junk journals done, because I'm kind of new to it. I know that I can make a good product though, because I'm an artist, and I like to do all kinds of different things in them, that unique things that a lot of people probably aren't going to be doing. So I like the fact that everybody does their own unique, they put their own unique spin on their projects. And that's what I love about art and crafts, creativity, because since everybody is an individual, they put their own unique flavor to their project. And I think it's really great. So I'm going to do the Bible one, the dessert and coffee and tea one, and then I'm going to do, let's see, I kind of can't remember. Oh, my birthday's in the fall, so I want to do one for myself with a fall theme. And because I've been wanting to do one of those for a long time, the fall theme. And then I'm gonna do I have it all written down. I can't remember exactly what else I was gonna do, but I also was thinking there's these things called book nooks, and they're about like this size, and you buy these kits for different themes, like oh, say like a bookstore, and then it's just like a miniature, it's almost like a dollhouse deal, and then you can rig it up with miniature lights and then put it in your bookcase, and it's just so cool. You guys will have to check it out. um I don't know where I came across that, but I think because I like miniature, um I like doll houses and things like that, so I think that's how I came across it. But anyways, I'm going to do one of those one of these days, and I'm going to use, a box like this. And then what you do is, I'm going to do it from hand as much as I can, because I like um, the challenge, I guess you could say. um, the kits are neat, but um, I want to make it my own theme, like, I don't know. I mean, I think I will base it on a kit, but I'm gonna do my own thingy with that. Um, I used to work at Michael's Arts and Crafts, and I started out as a cashier, and then they needed a teacher, so I ended up being a teacher for acrylics, oil painting, and watercolor painting. And then I also had a drawing class, but nobody ever came to that one. But they asked me to do a Halloween themed window dressing. So I did a haunted house, and I really enjoyed it. I really enjoyed making that. And I don't know whatever became of that. I kind of wish that they'd given it to me, but it probably ended up in the trash, sadly. I mean, I wouldn't have minded if somebody had taken it home. I'd rather that than it end up in the trash, because I put a lot of work into it. But And I just made it out of a big box. I did a 3-ring, or not 3-ring, a 3, like a stand. I cut one side of the box off, and then I did the side so that it would be supporting the the front part of the house. And then I did like windows, and at the time we didn't have those little miniature lights, so I don't think they put any lights in there, but it would have been really something if they had done that. I used some red cellophane, and I put like a round window up in the attic. I think I actually I found I printed out a no, here's what I did. I did a miniature painting of that. I think his name is Edvard Munchi, or I can't remember. But he did this painting called The Scream, and it's kind of freaky. So I did like a little one of that, and then I put it up in one of the windows. And it's been like 20 years ago, so I just remember having fun with that project. I don't celebrate Halloween anymore, just so people know. But at the time, it was part of my job to help out with the window displays. I also did the Christmas. I painted the Christmas window scene and the doors. And I think I even, I took pictures of all that. So it was fun. The only problem is I'm detail oriented, so it takes me a long time to do things. So, but if I do things a lot, then of course I get better at it, and you know, probably wouldn't take me as much if I did it all the time. So I got one box done. I'm kind of just going down. I might put some shelf lining on the inner part, but if I don't, then I just want to have the paint on the inside too. I don't know. I think I will do shelf lining at some point, just to dress it up even more. So yeah, here's this one done. And I need to set it. I need to set it somewhere. Where can I set it? All right. Now I'm gonna get paint all over my hands, though. Oh, that looks pretty good. Oh, I'm getting paint all over this brush. I wanted to keep it nice because it looked cool when I bought it. But the longer the paint settles, the harder it is gonna be to get it off of there. It's all right. So, has anybody been reading anything interesting lately? I'm reading this book called The Lotus Shoes, and I forgot what the author's name. It's the Chinese historical fiction, and it's pretty good. I thought it was going to be really well. It's like 1,000 pages, but it's on my Kindle, so maybe that's why I was thinking, oh, I'm never going to get through this. But then I'm already halfway through, so it was good enough to keep my interest. So I like historical fiction, and I like foreign countries, foreign lands where um, I'll never probably get to go to, but I like to read about them. Hope you guys can hear me. I know I kind of mumble, especially when I get into doing something. I apologize. And when I finally get done with the whole box, I'll do another video just to show you how good it looks, because when she did, I mean, the boxes that she did look great, and I'm hoping that my boxes end up looking just as good, or comparable. And I love that I'm reusing, oops, I hope I didn't get paint on the carpet. But I like to reuse, I don't like to just throw things away. I like to reuse things as much as if I can find a use for something, because I hate that things go in the landfill. And I know that just my little, but if everybody tries to be conscious of that issue, I think it'll help a little, at least. I feel sad for the wildlife and nature, because they suffer from pollution, and so I really would like to do my part as much as I can. I mean, I know nobody is perfect, and none of us are perfect, but as long as we can try and continue to learn of different things that we can do to help out, at least we're trying. I don't like to browbeat people, or criticize unless they know what they're doing and they just don't care. But since we live in a free country, you can do whatever you want. But if we apply to people's better, nature and conscience, hopefully we can make some changes here and there. Is it getting too dark in here? Yeah, it is. I might have to turn on the overhead light. And I was kind of trying to avoid that because it's really, really bright. But I might end up doing that anyway. And then once I'm done with this box, I can go back to that one and add the gesso. For you guys. And then you can see, I think I'll just turn the light on at some point. I can't really stop now, but this is actually a chalk brush, or a stippling brush. I bought it specifically for these projects. But you know how when you get a new brush and it's pretty, you don't want it to get all messed up, but it eventually does anyway. They weren't very expensive. I can just buy some more, but I don't know. I'm weird. I don't care. I like being weird. Oh, dears. Well, earlier I didn't have these boxes stacked up, and so I was trying to do that smaller one, and I was thinking, why am I having so much trouble? Because I got my uh, pad for kneeling, and I was having trouble like getting up and down, and I'm like, man, I am getting old. I'm 55, but I just need to start working out again. And I'm going to put some aerobics or something, some kind of videos on to go by, you know. Man, that doesn't look good. I don't know why I did what happened there, but I'm gonna have to go over it again. That edge. I just don't want to get paint on my clothing. I think it might be gonna rain again. I'm gonna turn the light on because it's just, I think I have every single light on in this that I have in the house, but see how bright that that light is. I don't really like bright lights, especially the LED ones, because they kind of give me a headache. But if I need to use it for the video, I guess I'm just gonna have to suffer through it. This one's kind of bowing in, and which I don't like. When the cardboard gets wet with the glue, it makes it, when it dries, it makes it shaped into the shape that when it dries. So I forgot to put something on this side. to prevent it from going inwards. See, it's kind of going inwards, and I don't like that because when I'd like it to be as as big as can for all the stuff I'm going to put in there. Anyways, that book I'm reading, it's called The Lotus Shoes, and it's about the time when things were changing in China with the feet binding. It talks about, well, there's two different girls. One is she becomes the personal servant of this wealthy daughter. And the wealthy daughter's father decides that he doesn't want his daughter to have those bound feet because he's trying to set her up with this marriage to this other man's son, because they anticipate his son becoming an ambassador to the Western countries like America and Great Britain. So they need to be more modern, I guess. That's the thinking anyway in the book. And less foreign, I guess. They want to make a good impression with the Westerners. So the man with the son is looking for a family with a daughter who is willing to not bind the daughter's feet as to be the wife of his son. So they don't touch upon the groom at all. It's all about the two girls. One is the slave girl of the rich daughter, and then the other one is the rich daughter herself. So it's every other chapter is focusing on one of those girls' stories. And the slave girl, her mother bound her feet because she wanted her to, I mean, even the slaves or the servant girls' feet were bound, of wealthy young ladies. And so I think she was like 4 or 5 when she went to this wealthy people's house. Her mother couldn't afford to have her anymore, so she wanted to sell her so that her daughter's selling could pay for her son education, because the father had already passed away and there was no other way of getting money. So anyways, so she bound her daughter's feet, and then when she went to the wealthy people's house, they decided, since she was going to be the wealthy daughter's slave girl, that she wasn't going to have bound feet either. So they had to unbind her feet, and they had already started folding in and becoming, you know, deformed. And so then sometimes when the servant girls would become of age, they were allowed to get married. So they're planning on having her get married, but then the wealthy young lady that was her mistress, she decided that she wanted to keep her because she was afraid of her own marriage, and she felt like she needed an ally, somebody to help her deal with her mother-in-law, because she she got the feeling that the mother-in-law was not going to like her because of her natural feet. And I guess she was right because the mother of the young man was very, like traditional. It was his father that wanted a girl without bound feet, because his son, the plans for his son were for him to be an ambassador to the Western countries. So I'm at the point where she hasn't gotten married yet, but it's pretty interesting. If you want to check it out, I just have it on my Kindle. If you guys have any recommendations, book recommendations, you can write them in the comments. I'm kind of picky about the stuff that I read. I like I said, I like historical fiction from other countries, like India, well, Asia, and where else? Africa. Well, it's coming along pretty good. What do you guys think? It dries really quickly, so and I did put the bottom on this one. So I think I'm gonna try and paint that if I can. I gotta make sure that there's no drips because that won't be good. This is the wet part, so I can't. I can't do it. Set that on that side. Paper towel keeps falling down. So I want to do the bottom too. Just because it's kind of a waste of paint, but I don't care. It'll look finished, I feel like. It's already 8. Can't believe it. Can't believe how quickly time passes by. It's already Friday. I go to sleep and it's Monday, and then I wake up and it's Friday. Crazy. Crazy. I'm gonna have to do it this way because I didn't put a bottom paper on this other one, but I'm gonna do that off of cameras because it's no big deal. I kind of want to get the more paint on the bottom. Oops, I got my fingers on that part accidentally, and it was still wet. Have you guys watched any good movies lately? I started watching this one, but it turned out to be stupid. I mean, my opinion, of course. So I stopped watching it and started watching a different one, but I can't remember. I only started watching it, so I can't remember which one it was. I mean, I just only watched the very, very, very beginning, so. Anyways. I wonder how much this would cost if you found this at the store. I think Marshall's used to have stuff like this. It's been like 30 years since I've been to a Marshall's, but I used to like to go shopping there because they always had, I like that, the home, I like the home area in the back, you know, where they would have all the vases and home decor, pillows. Um, I really like this paint because you really can't go wrong. I feel like even if it's starting to dry, you can still go over it and it's not going to look too bad because it's just so grungy, you know. You don't have to like sit there and belabor it. All right. So now I'm going to see if I want to add any more on here. I kind of like to put another layer on, so I think I'm going to do that with this one, the smaller one, before I stick this in the water. So I just want to like put it and stripes where I had like a thick layer of paint. I hope you guys are not bored. I don't always know what to talk about in my videos as I'm doing the painting, but I'm learning as I go along. Trying to anyway. I really want to do my next house in like a beach theme because I love the beach and I love coastal, kind of like the Northeast, like the in Maine, you know, the weather beaten, and then the old houses up there with the wraparound porches and all the woodwork inside. So pretty. It impresses me to I think it's gonna rain again. Wow. Did you hear that thunder? Because it already rained, but sounds like it's gonna do it again. Oh, it looks pretty good. Just have this side to do. So there. Now I think I'm just going to end the video now because I have to put this in water and clean it really good. But I guess I'm gonna do some more videos, hopefully, because for some odd reason I'm seem to have more energy lately. But maybe I'll do I can't close this. I'm left-handed. Maybe I'll do some more videos of my junk journal or my coloring books. I don't know. Anyway, thanks for tuning in. Hope you guys have a good weekend, and if I don't see you before then, talk to you later. Bye.